Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat, and welcome to episode 2 of the weekly reset. So, what are we getting into? So, I think I kind of have a structure for how I want to do these going forward. First, let's get into the quote-unquote elephant in the room. I'm not announcing the giveaway winner today. I said I'd probably do it on Monday. However, I'm actually going to do it on Wednesday instead. I'm still getting tons and tons and tons of comments in, and I just want to make sure. It was kind of a small window to enter, so I just wanted to extend it out an extra 2 days to let people enter it. So my Wednesday video will have the 5 giveaway winners announced, so tune into that. But besides that, how do I want to structure these? I figured a weekly reset was a perfect time to... Basically, there'll be 3 main segments. The first segment is going to be upcoming content, what you can expect from me, personally, from Purplatypus. What is Purplatypus going to be doing over the next 7 days until the next weekly, update thing. That way you guys can kind of know what to expect, what to get excited for. Then we'll let you know what's coming. When I say we, it's me. It's a party team of 1. Woohoo, go me. Independence, woo! Then I'll go into the Dragon Quest Tact news, or at least the best of what we have right now. This week isn't ideal because we know there's something coming, but we don't know exactly what. Details aren't big yet, but we'll go over Dragon Quest Tact news, and then we'll end with a mailbag where I take down questions from the previous week's video and I answer them here. All right, so Purplatypus, personally, what am I doing over this next week? Well, I will be doing, this will be a very clearing content focused week. I already have recorded the Zam Hell budget clear, which is a tough fight. You guys will probably be seeing that tomorrow, if you're watching this the day that this comes out. And I'll probably do Typeless Hell, which will clear all that up. Also, we know that there's going to be new boss fights coming, new EX fights, things like that. And I'll be trying to get guys for that. I'll basically be trying to clear all the new boss content, EX content, things like that. I might also try to make... Basically, I'm just going to try to clear all the content that I can. Outside of that, if I have any holes of like, oh, I can't beat this boss in time, or I don't have the units, blah, 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 anything that pushes it back, I'll end up doing more unit reviews. Unit reviews are kind of, either, if it's a brand new unit, it's like, oh, I'm doing it because it's new and it's relevant, right? I'll probably do a Slinehart review, assuming that we get him in the game, which seems like we will be. But if I'm doing an older unit, like just a random A unit, there's a chance that that's usually going to be code for you guys to know, I didn't really have any other content to do, and it's kind of something I could just, that's kind of like a backlog, right? There's 100-something units. I'll even do things for the F units and stuff probably eventually. Maybe do all the F units in one video or something. But the point is, that's what you can expect. A lot of content, a lot of bosses, maybe a new unit review, and then finishing up the ability hell stuff. And then outside of that, Dragon Quest Tact news. What do we have going on in Dragon Quest Tact this week? If we actually come here, we have a notice about it. We got the notice. You guys probably saw it a couple days ago. But February 28th, that's probably not it. Let's go to important. Yeah, March 9th maintenance update. So, we can see here on March 9th, which will be the day after this comes out. This is coming out on Monday on March 8th in the morning, and then this will be on the 9th. What are we getting? Slime Event Fest number 2 launches. Now, what does this mean? If this is anything like Dragon Quest 1, which I'm led to believe it's exactly like Dragon Quest 1, I'll probably do a guide for this in general. Just like, hey, here's what's changed. Slime Event Part 2, here's what's changed. We're likely going to get a new banner, which is going to be Slineheart and I believe Lime Slime as the 2 banner units. We're going to be getting a new Battle Road to level up. I believe we're getting a new Battle Road. They might just add them to it. I don't know exactly how that works, but we'll probably be able to level up Slineheart through a battle road somehow. Also, there'll be new boss fights, multiple new boss fights. I think there might even be more than one EX fight. I don't know exactly, but I know there's going to be lots of new boss fights. The swap shop is going to be getting an update with new items, new things in it. This might be hard to read. I'm using my lower quality recording software, not because it's lower quality, but because it just has a strong connection and doesn't fuck up constantly like the other one does. Bug fixes. This is actually interesting. I don't know of any bugs in the game other than King Bubble Slime has his toxic thrust, says that it does sizz damage, and it does not. So either that's a typo on his ability or it's not programmed into the game properly. It seems like it's probably a typo on the ability if I'm to believe what I've heard, but who knows? We'll find out. Hopefully this addresses it regardless. And version 1.03, not sure what that's going to entail. Maybe something new, maybe a couple new things in the shop. I'm sure there'll be a couple things we'll discover as we go, but really the big one is we have Slime Fest number 2 coming up. New banners, new bosses, Swap shop, not refilling, but getting more stuff. Probably be able to buy a few more weapons from the swap shop. Maybe the sword, which is way better than the dagger, at least if you get Slime Heart. And maybe even on something like a King Bubble Slime anyway. And outside of that, there's not that much happening this week that I'm aware of. I do know, you know, we know kind of because of Japan what's coming in the future. We know that the Coliseum or whatever, the PvP event, the arena will be coming relatively soon. It was a couple months out originally, and so we're kind of getting to that point where it's not directly coming in the next week or two, but it's probably in like the next month we'll probably see it, something like that, maybe by the end of this month, but I don't know, I'll keep you updated on that. But anyway, that's basically all that's come to Dragon Quest Tact. Nothing too crazy. You know, Slime Fest is just continuing to do what it does. There's probably gonna be some new event missions as well. In the Battle Road again, I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully new event quests. Yeah, I think the event quests are like the boss fight. All right, so let's go to the mailbag section. Right here, I wrote them all down. All right, so first question of the week is Drake Zero Fire 97 asked, does anybody know how breath attack scales? So this isn't directly at me, but this was just in the YouTube video in general, and so I wanted just to address it. So martial and breath attacks both deal damage based on your level. That is what is currently that's how everyone says it works. I haven't done the research myself to see exactly if that's how it scales, but everyone seems, and the game's in data mine now, so it seems that breath attacks and martial attacks both deal damage based on your level and not based off any stat. Your attack could be 9,000. As long as you're level 10, you're still going to be doing, you know, level 10 breath damage regardless of your attack, regardless of your wisdom. Same with martial, to the best of my knowledge. If there's any if that's incorrect in any way, please let me know down below, but that's how it's understood at this point. Mailbag. Bit. This one's a little bit too small. My bad. Biff Tech says, what are your thoughts on status ailments, and what kind of situations would make you consider bringing a unit specifically to debuff rather than do damage? So my general thing about status conditions is it depends on the status condition, and it's very, very fight dependent. I like status conditions a lot, actually, but if a unit isn't super weak to it, basically, okay, here's basically how I think of it. If a fight costs 0 stamina, I don't care if something has weakness to it, if it's something really powerful, such as confusion, and they're not immune to it. Like, if you could fuck up a whole fight by confusing something, or sleeping something, even if they're not, even if they don't have weakness to it, because it's 0 stamina, and you can kind of force the RNG to go your way eventually by retrying the fight again and again. And so I don't mind doing that. But when I'm making a video or something, and I want to use confusion, and I can make it work, and maybe it works even over 50% of the time, but it costs 20 stamina to do it. I don't really like status conditions unless they're super weak to it. And if they're super weak to something like, I don't know, like blindness is a great example because of Zam. Do I really want to be spending one unit's full turn to blind one unit? Maybe it's good, but at that point, I kind of want a damage dealer that can kill the unit, right? For the most part. So it's kind of it's a very, very case-by-case situation, I would say, for sure. But a lot of times I do really like status conditions. I really like poison. I really like paralysis. I really like sleep. I like confusion. There's a lot of things that are good. But again, it's usually it's a stamina question for me usually. I don't mind using some really powerful things, but basically that's it. I think that covers it pretty well. Nasser N asks, if you made an S tier list for the base game, what monsters would be the best and worst? Also, how do you max rank level awakening for pretty much all of the monsters in your collection? Well, I mean, I'm not even close to max ranking all my shit. If you look at my stuff, I'm not even fucking close comparatively to some of these people. I focus so much on making specific videos that I invest my resources into that I don't really have as much time to just level up random shit that I kind of want to. But I still need to finish the battle roads. I've been bad. That's why kind of like my side goal when I'm not, if I have everything I need for videos and my units are strong enough and I can record videos, then that's what I'm doing. But whenever I have free time, I'm doing some battle roads as well. What would I rank the S tier list thing? Honestly, I don't know. It could be a whole video that I might do one day, but I've spent so little time with the S units in general, outside of these four guys on the top. Like, I just don't even know what they do. Like, I know what Hell Gladiator does because he's in a recent video. I couldn't tell you a single Royal Reptile ability, a single Squid ability, single Metal Dragon ability, just because the content I make doesn't use them, so they're not useful to me. They could be useful to me in my personal play on certain things, or like in the future, of course. There's not like they're useless units, but for me right now, I just don't use them because the content that I make, they're banned, right? They're effectively banned from the content I make. And you can see I have these four guys up here, which are kind of my content clears for like the whale side of me. So I can't really rank it, although I would say Killing Machine is very, very good. Hell Gladiator, I'm going to put as very, very good, just because of how much I love King Bubble Slime. And so that's basically how we're going to do there. And then finally we have Facial Adita. So sorry, I don't know exactly how to say that. What is your favorite unit and family, excluding slimes, of course, so far? Good question. So excluding slimes, obviously my favorite unit is probably King Bubble Slime. My favorite unit, excluding slimes, though, that's tough. I'm tempted to say Killing Machine is way up there, and another unit that I always try to fit in whenever I have an opportunity. Let me just take a look here. I like Dracolite a lot. Killing Machine is like really good because he's carried me through so much content that I'm kind of biased, and I've always liked that unit in Dragon Quest anyway. Can I click this guy? This guy here, Dracula, he's not the coolest unit, right? He looks kind of like a dummy, and he definitely looks like his face is mirrored and not actually like placed separately because his eyes are, he looks kind of dumb. But gameplay wise, this guy has kind of stole my heart. I really love him. For a free-to-play player, he's like easy to farm because you can already farm him on like the most experience you can get in a level. He's one of my few free-to-play, 100% free-to-play units that hasn't had an event that's also max awoken. But also he has pretty good damage in boom. Not incredible, but pretty good. I mean, his wisdom is 180, so it's, and if he breaks 200 when you have a good staff on him. Not crazy, but it's decent, all right? And he has snooze. Snooze is very, very good. In some specific fights, you're really going to want this. You could snooze this guy, then you could snooze a second unit. Then you could snooze that guy into a deep sleep, then you could snooze that guy into a deep sleep. You can effectively shut down 2 units for 4 turns with this one unit. So if they're like weak to sleep and you land all your hits, right? So this unit is probably my favorite unit in the game, excluding slimes. I also am biased towards cheaper units. My favorite family, honestly, it's always been tough for me to choose between my follow-up, because it's always been either Undead or Demon, but I think let's take a quick look at Undead. I really like Mummy Boy, but I'm looking at these. I thought I was going to pick Undead, but honestly, I think it's Demon. I think it's got to be Demon. Demon is Lucifer. This guy's an Undead Demon, apparently. Oh, no, I have them both selected. That's why. Wait. Get rid of that. There we go. Yeah. We're going to go with Demon. I love, like, Whack-A-Lite. These guys right here, this B Squad is, like, they're the unsung heroes. They're the backbone of my content. And Dracula's right there. So, yeah, Demon's number 2 is for my family. And without further ado, that's going to be it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Weekly Reset. If you have input, how you want me to change it, segments you want, any way to better pace the thing, let me know. Also, leave a comment, obviously. Mailbag down below. Let me know what you want answered next week, and I will do my best to answer it. I'll probably just answer it in the comments, but I might save it specifically for this, or I'll just do both. Who knows? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for Purplatypus. I hope you're enjoying the Dragon Quest 1 playthrough. I should have said something about that at the beginning of the video, because no one's going to make it this far into the video. But you know what? Fuck it. Peace out, friends. Catch you next week for the Weekly Reset.